All right, number 7, we're going to use the property of logarithms to expand this term. And we start with log base 2, and then in parentheses we have 2x squared plus 12x plus 18. All right, so there's no property that says when you do addition within logs you can do some simplifying, but what we can do first is factor out a 2. All of these terms are divisible by 2, so I'm going to do that first. Log base 2, and then I'll have in parentheses, I'll do a 2, and then another set of parentheses, and then we'll have x squared plus 6x, and then plus 8, nope, plus 9. All right, then we can also see if this will factor, which it looks like it will, x plus 3 and x plus 3. So I'm going to factor out this term. So let me just show that work over here. X squared plus 6x plus 9. 1 times 9 is 9. Factors of 9 are 1 and 9, and then 3 and 3. And you want to add the factors to get 6. That will be 3 plus 3. So this will factor to x, x, and then 3 and a 3. First sign is a bigger number. They're both the same, so plus. And the second sign being plus tells me they're the same. So I can write this as x plus 3, or I can write it as x plus 3 squared. So x plus 3 times x plus 3, or x plus 3 squared. So I'm going to rewrite that as well. So I have, and then I'm going to go ahead and do that. Well, let me just do it one thing at a time. Log base 2, and then we have 2, and then parentheses, x plus 3 quantity squared. All right, so now I can use the multiplication property. When you multiply within logs, you can write it as separate addition. So now this is log base 2 of 2, and then plus log base 2 of x plus 3 squared. All right, so that cancellation property, 2 and 2 will just cancel out. This will be a 1. And I will bring this 2 down to the front. So 1 plus 2 log base 2 of x plus 3. All right, and then this is all we can do, and this is the inputs that we want. So 1, a 2, 2, and then x plus 3. All right, this one we want to use the properties, write it as a single term, coefficient of 1, and all exponents should be positive. So we're going to write all of this as one single term, so it shouldn't be like a log plus a log plus a log. We're going to write it all together as one term. So we start out with what I'm going to do. I'm going to explain what I'm going to do, and I'll do it first. So the same way with the previous problem, as I had the exponent and I brought it down to the front, well, going backwards, I'm going to take the exponent and I'm going to move it back. So I'm going to take the coefficient and move it back to an exponent position. So this 3 out front, I'm going to move it back up here. The 6 out front, I'm going to move it up here as an exponent. And the 4 out front, I'm going to move it up here on the y. So that was going to give me my logs by themselves. So log is going to be understood base 10, which we don't have to write. And then we have x to the 3rd, y to the 2nd, and then a 3, and then plus, this is log of 1 divided by x, and it's going to be raised to the 6, so that's moving the 6 up, and then minus log of y, move this mouse, log of y, and it's going to be raised to the 4th power. Okay, so now that we have each of these logs separated, when you add logs, we can rewrite that as multiplication. So, and then when you have subtraction, we can write it as division. So I'm going to combine all of these to be one log, so one log, and then the top is going to be x, and I'll go ahead and distribute this. 3 times 3 is 9, and then we got a y. 2 times 3 is 6, and then times this is going to raise both of those to the 6th power, so this is just 1 over x to the 6th. So 1 raised to any power is going to be 1, so it's like 6 ones. 1 times 1 times 1, 6 times, and then you also do x to the 6th power, which will give you x to the 6th. So that is the top parts with the plus, and then minus, this goes on the bottom. This is a y to the 4th. Now, we will do property of exponents to reduce these even further. So notice we have an x to the 9th, and we're dividing by x to the 6th. Property of exponents say to subtract those exponents. So 9 minus 6 will give you 3. So this will be log of x to the 3rd. So that's just doing the x's. And then I still got my y to the 6th and my y to the 4th. And then again dividing, so y, 6 and 4, you subtract, and 6 minus 4 is 2. So this will just end up being log of x to the 3rd, and then 6 minus 4 is y to the 2nd. So this is all we end up with right here. And so we need our keypad, we need log, and then I'll leave the base alone. Oh, they make me put it? Let me see if I arrow over. Yeah, I just arrow over. Log of x raised to the 3rd, y raised to the 2nd.